All right, guys, let's go. It's the round of 16. We've got Hero in the bottom left side here of PigFest, and he's starting off with a Max Pack style proxy. Not really a Max Pack, that's a second gateway, but it's inside Gumiho's natural. Gumiho representing Psystorm Gaming, of course. Hero recently representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, but I believe he is now on the new roster as they have just merged with Kaizi Gaming, so it's Dragon Kaizi Gaming now. I kind of miss Dragon Phoenix Gaming, guys. The mythical creatures is what did it for me, but oh, Gumiho, he checks for the proxy, he sees it. Now, Hero doesn't know he's being scouted until Gumiho starts actually running over and building a bunker next to it. Okay, this is really interesting. He's going to shut down this with the bunker, but the bunker does not cover the ramp. So Hero's the kind of guy who will give up that, run over with a few units, and try to break your ramp. And do you really want to invest in 2 bunkers this early? You got to be wary. A lesser Protoss might back out of the aggression. Hero is going to Chrono an Adept. Build a Nexus at home. And he cancels the gateway. Oh, wow. Okay, so Hero actually does back out of it. He says, no. Look, Gumiho's too good. If he sees this coming, there is no way this is going to work out. And that just is the way it is, I guess. Marines are on the way. Factories there. No second gas just yet. Normally you go bunker before second gas with a very quick expand. But I think with this style of build, you can start a Hellion and be completely okay here. Hero's opening has been quite scuffed. Doesn't have a second gas yet. What is the follow-up here? Oh, Hero! Guys, you know what your opponent never expects? Is if you back out of your silly proxy gate and cancel it, because they found it, then you build it again later, less efficient, technically worse in many ways, except for one, which is your opponent's never going to expect it. And Hero, the master of mind games. Can we see the preview, please, quickly? I want to double check that's all good. Thank you. All good. Sorry, guys. Production issues over here. Just need to check that. We're all good. And Adept does come on in. And second barracks coming up before Starport, guys. Gumiho's going to play very safe second and third gateway on the way. So this is going to be the slowest 3-gate attack of all time. The Reaper sees no third base. Adepts coming in. 2 Adepts easily beat 3 Marines. If they can get rid of that SCV building the command center as well, it won't even be able to lift. But they go for the Marines. They will get taken out. The Cyclone will be able to punish. Now, he doesn't actually lock onto the heavy hit point Adept, which I think would have been the better call there. And Hero not too quick to escape. Cyclone's going to hunt that bad boy down. And the Adept... Oh, to get out. No, wastes a recall as well. Hero has lost a bunch of units. A Pylon, 2 Adepts, a cancelled gateway. And now the Reaper comes in, sees an Adept there. Still doesn't know what's happening in the follow-up, though. And that barracks and that factory are not producing. But with 3 barracks production, you are already on the safer side. If you can evacuate to the high ground, you'll be fine as Gumiho. But Marines are rallied to the low ground. Not a good sign. 5 Stalkers. A big problem right now. The Reaper's still scouring the map. This is not what you expect. Hero, it's 5 Stalkers at 4:15. It might not be the cleanest timing, but it's going to be quite effective. 1 Stalker goes down, but already 2 Marines, 3 Marines taken out. Enough Stalkers still here to one-shot SCVs. You cannot lose the Cyclone or it's game over. Oh my lord. Gumiho dancing with death there, and he's going to lose it. He's going to lose it. I think that's it. He loses the Cyclone. That was the anchor to his entire defense. He needed to pull that back and repair it. The Reaper goes for the Stalker. The Stalker survives on 2 hit points. And Hero right now, the Chaos Master, says, nah. I am going to do the silliest, most surprising, most abusive strategy. You caught wave 1, but you didn't catch wave 2. And that is why it is a little bit like trying to surf on a tsunami. Trying to get wind of exactly what strategy Hero is doing. It's not very easy. Sometimes you feel like a player like Gumiho really wants to counter his opponent's build, play a very strategic style. It's difficult for him to play against a guy that is as indefatigable. I can't say that word. Indefatigable as Hero. He's very hard to predict, and he's very surprising. And 5 Stalkers at 4 minutes 15. Like I said, not the scariest timing, but it's a great way to take advantage of how hard it is to scout across a big map here. The Marauders are trying to fight. The Drilly Boys are dying, though, and Hero is just preserving his units so well. He's already at 2-to-1 units lost. He's killed 42 Terran units, brings it up to 45. The Zealot's going to take that Widowmine for the team, and a single Marauder does not take down 5 or 6 Gateway units. Nuh-uh. Gumiho's going to have to tap out here. Hero. What an evil player to play against in this matchup, guys. Terran players have nightmares about this guy. Scout me once, shame on me. Scout me twice, shame on you. Miss me proxy gate. I'll take a free win. Hero in the top right side of the map there with a dirty follow-up. Very nice play by him. Gumiho, I feel like got trounced a little bit. And it's annoying because normally Gumiho is the one who's a little ahead on the mind games. But that was a very surprising situation. I think it all started with those 2 Adepts catching those 3 Marines. And that is one of the weaknesses I've noticed with Gumiho. He does like to, in a lot of early game scenarios when there's fighting, just keep building Marines out of the barracks one at a time. And that is really safe versus the first Adept and sometimes the second Adept. And then there's the scenario where suddenly you're building your add-ons. And because you've delayed those add-ons so long, you're way too long on those bio units. And there's these little openings, these little weak periods where a guy like Hero, parting, of course, when he wasn't in the military, they would always find their way in at that moment and find big damage. And you'd be like, oh man, how do they always get that window? Anyways, Reaper double gas opening. Gonna go for factory and still, there we go, does pull 2 workers off, 1 gas, 1 worker off the other gas, so just 3 workers mining. Hero on the other side goes for a very standard Cybercore into Nexus, 2nd pylon, and then 2nd gas build order. Hangs out at the front with the probe to see if it's a Marine first out of that barracks, and then says, no, if it hasn't popped out yet, it has to be a Reaper. Let's back away. Now keep in mind, this is Gumiho's map pick, which is absolutely bizarre. This is a very good Protoss map, because it's big and hard for pushers to get across. It's also very good for 4-gate blink. We had Maples, of course, a pro gamer, very high level cheeser from North America. Let's call it what he is. He's a master of gimmicks, and he was saying, oh, I think he might be trying to bait 4-gate blink or Oracle into 4-gate blink from Hero, because those are both very strong on this map, and he might have a counter for those builds. And I was like, okay, that's always interesting when high level players are thinking like that. For me, I was thinking a lot about how a lot of the time when Terran does their tank push on this map, Protoss loses track of their army. If they're playing Phoenix, it's hard to keep track. Basically, the observers keep getting sniped by Ravens, and a lot of the time the tank push, because there's so many paths on this map, usually Protoss needs to intercept that push and slow it down, and they just can't on this map because of that lack of vision. Now, 2nd barracks is on the way for Gumiho and the Cyclone. Oliveira has, I think, been very influential in the meta recently. A lot of people going multiple barracks, 2nd, and often even 3rd barracks before Stargate. That Reaper going into the main base, but of course, it's going to go down. Does at least see the Twilight. There's a shield battery about to finish in the main for Hero, but I think that's a wise cancel. Now, notice Hero waited a second because there's death vision. For about a second or two after the unit dies, you can still see it. So he actually cancels it, saying, oh, okay, he's seen it. We don't really necessarily need that. And indeed, 3rd barracks before starport siege tanks are building. With this style, you can delay your 3rd and 4th gases a little bit, and potentially, since this has of course been a delayed expansion opening, Gumiho could do a metavacless push where you go stim, shields, pack a Marine Marauder siege tanks, go for a good old shovey shove, and basically just say, well, with no metavacs, it's a very committed push. I can't stim and then back away, because I'm not going to be able to heal those units. I kind of have to get damage done, but it's really hard for a Hero who's playing 2-gate blink Robo to defend that. That's only 2 gateways. He's looking at taking a 3rd base just after the 4-minute mark, which is quite greedy. But what I love here is the information denial. That's what won him that last game. If Gumiho knew what was happening, he absolutely would have been able to see what was happening and respond to it accordingly. But he just can't get in. And I love it. There's this difference where often watching, we get to see everything and we think, oh yeah, you know, it's just normal play. But like, there is actually a very frustrating thing if you just can never figure out what your opponent's up to and they just keep your vision back. Look at this. If he's not watching, oh, good reaction by Gumi. There we go, guys. That 3-racks tank push. He's moving out now just to control space, hoping some stalkers kind of blunder into his position. The observer is coming out though. First one will spot that army in the near future. Let's see if Gumiho spots the blur. Usually about 4:30 to 5 minutes is when you want to watch for it. He sees it. He sees it. This is Gumiho's camera, guys. He sees it and he scans. Really nice move. I love it. That's so important. If you're committing to a push like this, you cannot let them know what you've got backing this push up. Now, he might be suspicious because he saw the edge of the tanks and the Marines, but I don't know if he fully saw what was happening. Going into charge very quickly here, trying to build a bunch more gateways, trying to get to 5 gateways, but there's no Immortal out just yet, and that army is heading towards the front. About 30 seconds till the upgrades finish. Starport has started up. The 3rd base there, trying to build a shield battery. Hero is completely cut probes. He's got to build another pylon or 2, because right now he's only got 16 supply free. He's gonna scared. Oh, the Prism! Prism does get locked on. Reaper keeping vision on that very nicely. Prism takes a lot of damage. That's 3 siege tanks, and they are right up in the guts of Protoss. He can't stim because he doesn't even have the upgrade, but who needs stim? The Stalkers blink forward. A crazy move here for Hero, trying to get rid of the tanks, but he was completely caught with his pants down, and Gumiho says, okay, you're going to surprise me with a silly attack? I can surprise you too. Shuts down the Observer. And Hero just does not have time to get his production or army up. Very well played by Gumiho, tying up this series. All right, well, that was a nice way to pay back some dirt with some mud slinging in the eyes of his own. Gumiho representing Storm Gaming like the beast he is. Former GSL champion up against the guy that is a GSL champion in recent years. Coming back from the military, claiming that gold, claiming a win at Atlanta as well, and doing it each time with defeats over Maru on his way there, whether in the semifinals or the grand finals. This man is the king of PvT for a reason. It's, I've been talking a bit and leading into the World Championship, I was saying, Hero, I feel like maybe Protoss will be a little underpowered because there was a lot of balanced discussions around the patch, but I said, even if it is, Hero is going to always be an outlier where he is like Maru was to Terran when, I don't know, 2018, Terrans were really not happy with balance and Maru just kept winning and all the Terran players were upset about it. Like, everyone was like, come on, man, you're making it look like Terran's really strong and no one else can do what you could do. And that's kind of what Hero is doing at the moment with Protoss. Where all the Protoss players are like, please lose more games, Hero, just so we can get a patch. But it is very fantastic. Oh, Gumiho's not in Storm, actually. He did leave Storm. He's still got that tag. Pro players, as always, guys, for those who don't know, StarCraft players are fantastic with their branding. They totally remember to leave the clan, you know, and not just give free exposure to a team that they're supposedly not with anymore. Apparently, he's a free agent. No worries, guys. We'll get some update on that. Getting pro gamers to do good brand rep is a little bit like herding cats sometimes. It's more just about, of course, you know, they had a long relationship, so many years of them together, so I think we all love Storm Gaming either way. Second Marine is on the way. It's going to be a delayed reactor one more time. Looks like we can see that Proxy Stargate. Yep, it's going to be Proxy Oracle. So no scout for Gumiho. And man, if you don't have a reactor, oh, I always feel a little worried for a guy who's building 2 Marines, delaying that reactor a little bit. Because in this scenario, you need every Marine you can get. And 2 Marines doesn't really beat an Adept. It's this awkward thing where obviously with the bunker they can do a bit of micro. Look at the way Hero's scouting very, very well there. Just to speak about that last game, by the way, I do want to say that game ended very suddenly, but remember, that was the weakness of a blink opening into Robo. Your Robo's very late, your scouting's very late, you don't have Stargate units. Going back to Oracle, even if this doesn't do catastrophic damage, he's going to, as long as he preserves the Oracles, Hero's going to have way better scouting. He's not going to be surprised by anything this game. For now, though, it's Gumiho who has to be worried about the surprises. First Adept coming in. Probe attacks the bunker to kind of tank some damage there. I love that Hero just repurposes his probe into a sort of very dodgy fighting unit there. Nice micro by Gumiho so far. Doesn't want to lose these Marines, though. And if that Adept could take the Marine out before it gets to the bunker, would be big. But I think the Marine actually wins the fight there. I think a Marine can attack 3 times before the Adept gets the second shot to connect. And now the Marines are coming out 2 at a time, but that first Oracle's about to enter the base, and there is nothing that shoots up. And this is the weakness of this delayed reactor opening that Hero is abusing. Game 1 and Game 3. Adepts are going to go past at the same time. The SCVs are running around in circles. That is such a quick Oracle, guys. A disgusting Oracle timing. It's butchering all these SCVs. They're trying to run away from the Oracle, which of course involves running into the Marines. And it looks like the only thing that stops this is not Gumiho's defense. It's literally the Oracle running out of energy. But the sister Oracle comes in now. She says, lasers! Turns it on, and those SCVs, they're in the frying pan, mate. Out of the fire into the frying pan? Nope. Out of the frying pan into the fire. The main base is dead and empty. 12 SCVs have gone down. Hero has a natural. He's got 8 workers there. His main's full. He's got a Twilight Council building. A second gateway. He's got 2 Oracles still alive and a third one just popping. The Oracles are absolutely mental in this situation. And Gumiho is saying, I just wanted to do a nice, safe expand build. I built a bunker. I built extra Marine. How is this not good enough? And Hero, of course, just said, well, I went for the most aggressive Oracle build ever. And now he's going to isolate that Cyclone. And 3 Oracles just kill that way too quickly. The Widow Mine! Oh, great Widow Mine hit. Gets one of the Oracles. Oh, what he would have killed to have that Widow Mine out earlier. This is game over, guys. There is no coming back from here. Not against Hero. There is no plays for Gumiho. He's just going to have to swallow sadness a little bit and say, man, how does he always catch me out with the right build? Because Gumiho's a bit of a gambler. He's a bit of a strategy guy. Likes to play the poker game, play the clever strats. And I think in this scenario, he's kind of just going, man, this is not working out the way I wanted to. But I don't really know if it's in Gumiho's playbook to go back to more conservative play, right? You know, oh, I'll just play really solid and safe and scout 3 different times in the early game. He was cutting corners by skipping the Reaper and that sort of stuff, but it's come back to bite him in the butt. Stargate is still alive. The Blink follow-up should be devastating. Third base, Blink. I think even 3-gate Blink will be able to kill Gumiho, even though it really is basically just a light pressure in terms of how much of Hero's money is being committed to it. Oracle's just going to chill in the top side of the map right now. Hero's looking very clean. I like the decisiveness of what he's doing. It just feels really like he's just playing his own builds. And you know, sometimes people get angry at Hero for doing this proxy Oracle build. I'm just kind of thinking about the strategy of the situation. And I know there's a scenario where this gets shut down and people are like, Hero, why do you always do dumb all-ins? But there is a fear, a very real fear of playing Hero. Because he does these crazy moves. He mixes in a lot of different openings. He tried to build a bloody gateway in the base in game at number 1. So he blinks over and gets the Viking. The Cyclone, a few unupgraded Marines, a Cyclone and a Raven. These are not the units you need against Blinkstalker. Cyclone gets focused down. Not a single Stalker has died yet. He's got an escape route up there on the north. He's going to be blinking back those low hit point Stalkers. And Gumiho right now. Guys, we're going to check that battle report. He lost 8 Marines, a Viking, an SCV, and a Cyclone. What did he kill, guys? Oh, when did Hero make Dark Templar tech? It looks like he killed... Is this 10 different individual Dark Templar boxes? Is that what that... I think that's what that says. Must be. Sorry, guys. I'm a bit just getting used to this new overlay. I haven't cast too many games on this one before. But, I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be dancing on Gumiho's grave. It's just... Hero has, like, 10 times his army value, double his economy. There's nothing you could do there as Gumiho. He was way too far behind from those oracles. Hero just catches him off. The first oracle finds an undefended Gumiho. And Gumiho was like, this is the one thing that I was wide open to. I can't believe you managed to pick that one out of the hat, mate. All right, guys, let's go. Game 3. Hero in the top left side. Brutal proxy in the last game. This time he comes over with a very early probe. He blocks the barracks, so Gumiho immediately pulls another SCV, builds it further back. Now, this delays the barracks building just by 1 or 2 seconds, but 1 or 2 seconds delays the Reaper. It delays the Marines. It delays the Reactor. We've already talked here in Game 1 and Game 3 about how big that Reactor timing and those early Marine count is, right? Like, I feel like as Gumiho at this point, you almost want to just go instantly Reactor first and make Marines non-stop for the entire early game, just so Hero can't screw with you. Of course, that would be the game where Hero decides to basically just go super greedy third base himself. You don't have any scouting, and you're going, yeah, where's the Adept Stalker Oracle coming from? And you fall way behind. But I don't think Gumiho gets shaken too easily. He's usually got a very good plan ahead of him, and as long as he stays cool, calm, and collected, which I think he does look quite cool and calm on that camera, I think he has a decent chance. One of my favorite features about Gumiho is he has some of the best Marine tank timings in the game. He very commonly plays 2 reactors and only 1 tech lab in this matchup, which gives him just an immense amount of Marine production. And what? Hero, put it back in your pants. What is this? Oh, you nasty boy. Guys, this is going to be is he going to go Robo? It's going to be Robo in a third gate. Is it going to be that one? No, it's just going to be the same build. Okay, guys. Oh, my God. Okay, so Hero right now, we're about to find out if he's in Gumiho's head or if he's basically getting too clever for his own shoes. Is he getting too fancy, too big for his britches? I think he might be. Gumiho's going to scout it. Remember, game 1, he got caught going for the proxy gate, cancelled it, went for another proxy gate, won the game. Last game, went for the proxy oracle, gets a win. The game after, he says, let's do the same build. Let's just do it again. See if it works. But Gumiho spotted it this time, and I don't think this is going to be working out nearly as well. We'll see what he can make do with the chaos, though. Bunker defends the front, but you can shade past and maybe get SCVs on the mining. Reaper going after that pylon. Good for now, but you don't want to be losing that. And the Oracle does start up. Now, I believe Widow Mines is probably the play here. The Reaper comes in. Oh, that's a mistake. The Marines and the Reaper are going to get the punish on taste my drill. No, the SCV runs away. That was a coward SCV. Never mind, guys. No drills will be tasted today. Now, keep in mind, this map does have the curse of the Urubu. No one has killed the Urubu yet. Yesterday, we saw someone kill the Urubu, and so far, every time someone's killed the Urubu, it's been a loss for them. So we're going to try and keep our eyes on that, see if any of these people do rely or need us to call Peter. Adept does get a hit off on the Widow Mine. Oracle's about to pop out. Widow Mine is burrowed up there. There's a bunker in the mineral line as well. Bunker plus Widow Mine is really cute. Oh! Good evasion. And he's just going to take the free kill on the Reaper, which is fair enough. That Adept hanging out at the front is there. Oracle Laser Beam still on. Oh, he's trying to catch the Widowmine as it pops. Gumiho, watch out. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, Hero pulls back at the right time. The Urubu right now has moved into the natural as a forward observer. We'll see. The Urubu's flapping around. Dude, I would not be there if I was you. This animal's trying to go extinct, dude. More Widow Mines on the way. The Marine's still dancing around. This has been a very good defense so far. The Adept does get an SCV, though. And I feel like that Adept is just such a good lure to pull the Marines away. And if the Marines come away from the Widow Mines, you know those Oracles are going to pounce. Meanwhile, the other side of the map, we got lots of gateways on the way. 3-gate. Twilight hasn't gone down yet, though. And SCV's going to scout this. It's just going to be a regular gateway timing. Oh, he pulls the Widow Mine onto the Marines, or at least tries to. The Widow Mine burrows, but he revelates it. He takes out both Widow Mines, gets in, gets out. Hero, I don't know what his nickname should be. The cat burglar, the Widow Mine burglar, because he just pulled off some middle of the night thievery and stole his family jewels. That was disgusting. That was so brutal. The way he got the Widow Mines there, one of them was unburrowed. He got rid of them so well with the Adept taking one for the team. The new Adept is in there. He's dancing in circles right now around this natural. Hero has committed a lot. He needs more damage. If Gumiho can keep his cool, he's going to come out of this on top, but he should know that there's a big timing of Stalkers coming in to follow it up. He's got to keep the bunker alive. He's building a Liberator, so he wants to go for a counterattack, does Gumiho, I believe. But if he doesn't repair the bunker, it could just get busted by, guess what, Oracle Lasers and a bunch of Stalkers coming in. Gumiho's scouting for a third base. He saw the Twilight Council, but he's so busy at home, I'm not sure if Gumiho clicked on it. I'm going to go to Gumiho's vision, guys. He's not building Marines right now. He's not building Marines. Uh-oh. Okay, he should be able to repair here. Let's go back to everyone's camera. That's a bit shaky watching Gumiho look around there. This Adept being a nuisance. It's already got 2 kills. It's going to get in and get out. Oracle's in the main base. Say hello. Liberator. It's going to, I guess, chase them off for now, but has a very pitiful anti-air attack. SCV sees there's a third base. The latest blink of all time on the way for Hero. If Gumiho can get stim, shields, and just do something approximating a regular timing, he's been up on workers or even for a long time. He's going to have a very much higher quality army. Oh, this is that attack we were talking about, guys. He's not there to repair. He's got a tank, but it's in the open. The tank is in the open. Luckily for him, Hero does not see the tank. Oh, man, he's just going to try to pick off the depots. He gets one. The other 2 that are building says, welcome to Supply Block Town. Population Gumiho. Gumiho has got to be annoyed at just all these little things. I always say that Terran, if you're not getting messed with and no one's interacting with you, it's not that hard. But when you play against a masterful opponent of any race, if they can just kind of force you to react to all these little things, you start to see the mechanical load of like building depots, adding, swapping add-ons, all these units that rely on micro to make them work. And I feel like this is a great way of Hero just, he's basically putting his weight mechanically, skill-wise, in terms of how quick he is onto Gumiho. He's now going to blink in. There's a tank in a good position up there, and a Widow Mine gets a good shot, but he's not fully got this main covered. The tank needs to move down. There's very little bio. That Widow Mine got a shot off as well. Oh, the Raven! The Raven goes down! Nice catch. He does lose a bunch of Stalkers, but losing the Raven, that's one of those units that was going to give him great value the longer this game went. But oh, the Stalkers get left behind with Blink on cooldown, and 8 Stalkers falling. At this point, I feel like Hero, he dances around. He gets his opponent to make mistakes. It's beautiful to watch. It also means that sometimes he's dancing into his own grave. And I think this might be one of those games where as much damage as he's got, he needs a lot more because he just lost so many Stalkers. He's trying to go DTs behind as the Oracles. Man, the SCVs did not get pulled away at all. I feel like Gumiho is getting a little sloppy in his reactions. I think that's the impact now. Those last 11 SCVs, I was saying he needs more damage. He's like, what was that? What was that, pig? Bam! Instantly gets a massive amount of damage. Is up 23 workers. Shields has not started. Stim is almost finished. 20 Marines, 4 tanks, 7 Stalkers, 3 Oracles. I mean, that's great if you're sieged up at the Protoss base, but he's not. And this is still going to be hard to get across this map. And because Combat Shields is so late to start, he might have forgotten it. But as I say that, he starts it. What can I say, guys? I'm a caster who owns up to their mistakes. I finished the sentence. Yo, man, even more damage. Okay, this is really bad. Gumiho's tilted, guys. Gumiho is just tilted. This is the cumulative effect of dealing with Hero's BS. That is the technical term for what we're watching. Gumiho is making uncharacteristic mistakes because Hero just keeps hitting him with things he's never dealt with before, and it is forcing Gumiho to think and solve tactical problems he's never dealt with before, or he's dealt with very few times, and that is very frustrating. Gumiho does his first attack of the entire game, a Liberator Siege, and in walk the Dark Templar. He's got scan available, but as he's seen it, the DTs show themselves. There's only one scan available, and he used a scan on the other side of the map at the same time, but the DTs all just hang out in the scan. What? 2 DTs go down. Okay, one of them's in the main. He's making a third orbital right now, trying to build a turret, but it's going to be a long time till he has that scan. That Raven getting sniped earlier now really, really hurting him. Gumiho is in so much trouble, and his Blink DT just finished as well. Hero, oh, you nasty boy. But he walks into turret range with that one. Bit of a mistake. And he's still down in army supply. I mean, Stim +1 shields finishing. This is obviously a very good situation economically for Gumiho, but oh, the DT gets out of scan range. Oh my god. Okay, if I was Gumiho, I'd be super tilted. Oracle's come back in. What the hell? 6 kills, 14 kills, and 9 kills. That 14 kill Oracle is an absolute menace. Oracle ace right there. 14 confirmed kills. Up to 32 workers dying this game. Stalkers being annoying on the front. DT's in the back door. Kills the eBay, but +1 weapons does finish. Gumiho is as all in can be. And you know what? I don't think there's that much army to fight it front on. I think you should base trade as Hero here. But maybe, 15 zealots, 8 more coming. He's going to have 20 plus zealots. Ooh, maybe. I think base trade would be a winning strat because there's only orbitals for detection, no ghosts, nothing else. Hero's going to try and fight. That's a big ball of Marines and siege tanks. Gumiho's like, I'm not even going to siege up. There's no reason to siege here. I do more friendly fire than anything else. Gumiho has a big army, but the army supply is actually close to even, which is not good when you're all in and can't really reinforce. He moved commanded forward. Gumiho didn't quite kill the DT. There we go. He gets it. Gets the DT. Well done. But his Marines are triple stimmed, and the Zealots and Stalkers have baited out 3 stims. The tanks are going to go down. The Stalkers doing very well. The Oracle still can't fight into it. Even the red air point Stalkers are good enough. Gumiho does some hot pickups right now. He does not want to go out in the round of 16 to Hero, fighting for his tournament life against such an annoying player to play against. But the lasers come in, the Stalkers from 2 sides. And Hero there does one of the most characteristically Hero games we've ever seen. Just in his opponent's face from start to finish, non-stop harassment. GG, well played. GG, well played. Congrats, Hero.
축하드립니다, 김진호 선수.
예, 감사합니다.
Thank you.
Can you talk about the last game? It felt, really, really fun. Lots of action. Did you think that because you did the same opening, Proxy Oracle, 2 games in a row, you would surprise him?
일단 네 번째 세트가 굉장히 좀 많은 움직임이 있었는 재밌었던 게임 같은데 2번 연속 전진 관문을 우주 관문 하기도 했고요. 네 번째 세트에 대해서 좀 코멘트 해주실 수 있을까요?
일단은 3번째 세트에 제가 똑같은 빌드를 함으로써 상대방이 안 하겠지라는 심리를 좀 이용한 것도 있고, 상대방이 투가스 출발을 안 하면은 뭐 나쁠 게 없다고 생각해가지고 그냥 한 것 같고, 사신을 뽑길래 빈틈이 생길 것 같다고 생각했습니다.
So I thought he wouldn't predict Proxy's target 2 games in a row. That's why I picked the Stargate opener again. And since he made Reaper, I thought there was chance to harass him more and more. And since I picked Proxy's target again, if Gumiho didn't pick a double gas opener like a factory expand, there was still chance to win. That's why I played Proxy's target.
Awesome. All right, that's very informative. Let's go all the way back to game 1. Your proxy gate got scouted. So what did you think after your proxy gate got scouted? Have you planned the follow-up that you did there before, or did you just make this up on the fly?
일단 첫 번째 세트 얘기를 좀 하면은 이제 전진 관문을 하다 걸렸어요. 근데 그 다음 플랜 B도 미리 준비가 돼 있었던 건지 아니면은 그냥 즉흥적으로 한 거였는지 궁금합니다.
일단 그게 걸릴 거라는 걸릴 거라는 건 예상의 범주에 없었기 때문에 플랜 B는 없었고, 뭔가, 전진 게이트를 한 번 더 하면은 이미 전진 게이트를 실패한 시점에서 생각을 못 할 거라고 생각해가지고, 서치를 최대한 안 준다는 마인드로 한번 해봤는데 잘 먹혔던 것 같아요.
I didn't really prepare Plan B in the case that Gumiho would scout my proxy gateway in his nature. But since ever since my proxy gateway got scouted, I didn't really think Gumiho would expect one more time, So I just tried to deny his scout as much as possible, and then I just played it, and that's why it worked out.
Yeah, the old you won't expect the second surprise proxy gate. That was a very clever strategy. So it was a very fun series, lots of action. But you're going to be playing another best of 7. We're doing the quarterfinals today. So who do you want to face more, Max or Ragnarok?
일단 8강 7판 선선 한 경기 더 하셔야 되는데 누구를 좀 원하시나요?
일단 희범이가 올라왔으면 하는 것도 있고, 푸프전보다는 저그전이 편하기도 하기 때문에 신이범 선수가 올라왔으면 좋겠고, 올라온다면 좋은 경기 보여드릴 수 있을 것 같습니다.
So since Ragnarok is my friend, I do prefer Ragnarok win in round 16, and also I don't really like to play PvP, so that's the second reason that I want Ragnarok advance to round 8, and also if it happen, I feel like I can play really well in PvG for next round.
All right, awesome. One last question before we let you go. I was just thinking about map 2. I was surprised that Gumiho picked Ancient Cistern, and then he surprised you with a big all-in Marine tank push as well. Were you surprised that Gumiho picked that map?
일단 에이션트 시스턴 맵을 이제 고병재 선수가 골랐는데 뭐 고른 다음에 그런 이제 스팀 방패 러시도 했는데 그 맵을 고를 거라고 생각을 하셨는지 아니 뭐 좀 의외였는지 뭐 어떤 생각이 드셨나요?
일단은 그 맵, 병재가 요새 넓은 맵 하면서 운영하면서 배틀 뽑는 걸 좋아해서 뭐 트리플이나 운영 빌드를 하겠거니 하고 그런 생각으로 게임에 임했는데 타이밍 러시를 하더라고요. 그래가지고 병재가 준비를 잘해가지고 제가 심리 싸움에서 진 것 같고, 앞으로는 좀 너무 허무하게 끝났잖아요. 그래서 그런 경기는 좀 안 하고 싶다는 생각이 들었습니다.
So lately Gumiho practiced really late macro game into Battle Cruiser on maps like Ancient Cistern. So I didn't really expect him playing those kind of early push. So that's really unpredictable. So that's why I lost so easily. And personally, I don't really like to lose like that way. Like I couldn't do anything. So from now, I would like to focus more to not lose easily.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Such an enlightening information. We look forward to seeing you in the quarterfinals. So, GG, well played. Congratulations. And thank you, Crank, so much for the interview translation as well, mate.
You're welcome. See you later.
Thank you very much, guys. Good luck.
땡큐, 바이바이.